She had to push me like, no, you the man. You need to make that decision. Oh, no. You the man. You supposed to be protecting here. Oh, no. This is how you supposed to. Sometimes my wife had to tell me that thing. Listen, I didn't grow up seeing a husband in the house, hey, Junior, this is how you do that. No, I didn't see that.
The more I get to know you, the more I realize how rare you are, the more I realize how blessed I am, the more I'm like, I'll say yes over and over and over again. And I would not be the woman that I am without you. Point blank freaking period. I probably would still be great, but I'd probably be pissing a lot of people off.
This is an Iwebu production.
Period.
One of the things, and I guess I'll kind of start this off in closing, babe, is that I found in our love is that I found, first off, number one, my best friend. Man, I think that most people who are in a healthy marriage, they would say that their wife or their husband is their best friend. I mean, I could kick it with her.
Yeah,
I mean,
I'm a blast.
Man, you're amazing.
You're
so amazing. Fun. So it's like it's my homie, but
literally.
At the same time I get to get to have a late night together and all that. Like, it's just amazing doing life with you. It's so amazing doing life with her. And so that's big. It's something to look forward to. Like when I'm working hard, I know I'm working hard, and I'm going home to just a loving smile and a gentle touch, a uplifting word, a woman who's going to pray over me. I mean, shoot, let me help y'all. Because we gave y'all so much of the nightmare in the first 1 to 3 years. But what I might have felt to tell you is in those first 1 to 3 years that we was going through that, at the same time, sometimes I would wake up and she was praying over me, oil my head.
Yeah.
So don't like, we gave y'all like, man, that sound like a trick. Like, when did y'all have any good? It was some ups in that.
Yeah,
but
for sure.
At the same time, again, we were praying.
Yeah.
We were submitted to the Lord. She's
My
praying
God.
over me. I'm waking up. I'm praying over her sometimes.
Yes.
Like, we were looking at sermons.
Yes.
That's
so good to talk about that.
Yeah.
Yes. Through those years of sadness and fogginess, we were both, and we say this all the time, like, we individually had anchored relationships with God. Like, we did not play. He was in his word and he was worshiping. I was in the front room on my face. Man. He would go to sleep. Sometimes even after we, worship the Lord,
you would get up and
I would get up and go pray, thank Him for that moment that just happened. But then also, because I know we were in a war at that moment, rebuke some stuff and get back in my prayer bag. And so, yes, I'm so glad you point that out, because we don't want to give y'all false hope. Yeah. We don't want to say, oh, you can do these things and you can do it the wrong way. And God is, yes, we are the example of grace, but it's also filled with grace because of obedience. I was reading today. Oh my gosh, what was the word? First of all, the Lord gave me a word for the week, which is abide. It's me and Francesca's devotion. I forgot the word, but it just talked about consistently, without ceasing, without stopping, consistently speaking to the Lord. And rather we was like deep in a big theological study, one thing we did not stop doing is sending our supplications and our requests to God.
Real talk.
Lord, help me, show me myself, help that man to get up and be a better man today. Like, we never stop. So I just wanted to say that. Yes, that's a good point. Don't think you, like, people can quote, all things work together for my good, but you forget the second half, according to His will. If you're obedient, if you're in alignment with Him, like, it's not just the good things and the riches and the glory. Like, there's it's a two-way street, right? It's a two-way, relationship. You got to do your part too. So you got to make sure you're not only praying, reading a word, but you're repenting. I'm sorry. That went off.
Give it to him, because somebody needs it, and I pray it blesses them. But overall, in our love, overall in our love, what I also found is a mirror. Somebody, I believe I heard Tim Ross say that one time, like marriage is a mirror, and it's real. Because I thought about how some things I did not see. I didn't see blind spots in myself. I didn't see what I needed to work on. Okay, because she had to push me like, oh no, you the man. You need to make that decision. Oh, no. You the man. You supposed to be protecting here. Oh, no. This is how you supposed to. Sometimes my wife had to tell me that thing. Listen, I didn't grow up seeing a husband in the house, you know, hey, Junior, this is how you do it. No, I didn't see that. I didn't have that. So I had to learn these things from what I saw and sermons and reading the scriptures. That's all I could. And sometimes my wife had to tell me my blind spots. So I was grateful for that. But she also, what I love about her is that she showed me wow, you know that you're great at this.
Yeah.
You know you could do better at this. And sometimes, to be honest with y'all pray for me. I still don't listen on some stuff. Sometimes I still don't listen. My wife, man, she's got so much wisdom. And
I'll be like, I told you so. Because he don't listen.
Yeah.
Like, I don't say I told you so to nobody else. Yeah. But Namdi don't be listening. I'll be like, I told you.
Yeah, she's the one who pushes me. She's pushed me further into doing what I'm doing here.
Yeah,
and then somebody hits me with a message like, hey man, what you said bless me. And that's all I want to do. I don't want nobody to feel what we felt. Nobody should ever go through that. Nobody should ever go through those things and people not be there for them, or hey, don't have somebody that they can look to that's imperfect and say, hey, I can identify with you. I had a child out of wedlock. I got a couple baby mamas, or I got one, or whatever. I've been in this situation. I stand here to be like, listen, man, God got me through, so He can get you through. And so there's so much beauty on this side of it. And all I can say is I am so excited to continue to do life with her. We haven't even scratched the surface. We about to only be in 7 years.
Yeah.
You feel me? But like it's about to get better, and I mean I believe it's going to get better and better. And there'll be trials and tribulations? Yes, there will be. We've already just went through one, but man, to have a woman by your side, like what I got, is so amazing. It's the biggest blessing next to my salvation that I've had. Amen. Point blank. Period.
Beauty. Is that what we're talking about? Just
the beauty of the overall things that we found in our love, the beautiful things that we found with our love.
Yeah, I think the biggest blessed I don't want to say but like one of the biggest blessings, I have to piggyback, sorry, not gonna be original, is the mirror.
Yeah.
For the first time, like I feel like you consistently, it was overwhelming in the beginning. I remember one time you were like correcting me on something, and I was just in the slumps, and I'm like, I'm not doing anything right. Like, what the freaking heck? Like, everything is bad. I'm not submissive. I'm not this. I'm not that. Until I went upstairs, and the Lord literally whispered to me and said, that's love. Like, you perverting what He's saying, and you're turning it into judgment. You're turning it to because you didn't come to me in bad ways. You wasn't like, man, you need to like, it was just like it was stern. It was like, I don't like that. Like, but you're a great communicator anyways. Like, you don't have that problem. But the mirror has been the beauty for me, because I feel like, because I am very confident and flamboyant, I'm a very big presence. Come on, presence. I'm that too.
You are definitely a present. Yes.
But I am a very big presence that I do know that I can be intimidating on accident. And with that presence, people don't correct me. They're like, either they know, either they feel like I'm going to respond a certain way, or you know. And so to have the mirror in you, and not only like the Lord doing it, but you being bold enough to love me enough to be like, I know you're dope. You're fire. You're sexy. You're gifted. You're talented, anointed, prophetic, this, that, prayer warrior. But you need to work on this. And I would not be the woman that I am without you. Point blank freaking period. The awareness that you've brought to my life, the humility, the repentance, the integrity, submission to authority, like I can keep naming them, like how you've challenged my spirit, my flesh in so many different ways. I just would not be the version that I am without you. I probably would still be great, but I'd probably be pissing a lot of people off. So you've brought the love, and let me explain why. Because I be making decisions, and they be good decisions, but I tend to care about what?
Yeah, for those who are into the Enneagrams and all that, you are 8.
I am an 8, and
Yes.
it's literally called the challenger.
Yeah.
So I am, but I bring change in environments that are dull.
Yeah.
If things aren't working, like I've actually been hired and called on to help places that were dying and not working to, administrate. And so it's what I'm literally called to do.
Real
to see things and be like, no, that don't need to do that. That don't need to do that. But you've also brought in, okay, but just make sure when you say that, it's done in love. And so that's the beauty for sure. But also, I've just never seen, I've never seen love like this. That is so raw. Like, it's just so, we're so free with each other. Like, I'm crazy. I scream all day. I make weird noises.
Sing songs out of nowhere.
Sing, you do too. Like,
we both do.
and not even just that, because people are like, oh, I'm free too. But like, not even just that, but like free with like, man, I'm stressed out and I'm dealing with baggage in my mind. Like, forgive me if today is off. Yeah. Like, just the freedom that we operate in. I don't hear it. I don't hear the vulnerability and like, I'm not doing good at this. Hold me accountable to this. Like, I need you to tell me if I'm falling in this. And so, I mean, I can just continue to go on and on and on. And now that we're doing Pillow Talking with the Iwebos, this has added to the beauty of our love story because we're able to share our experiences vulnerably like we've been doing. That's why it's called Pillow Talking, because this is what we do. And like, the more I get to know you, the more I realize, I said this in the last one, how rare you are. The more I realize how blessed I am, the more I'm like, I'll say yes over and over and over again. I'll choose you over and over again. I'll go through it over and over again. Like, I'll do it again and again and again. It was all worth it. And I think even us going through that, it just brought a different fight about us. Like, that probably was the best thing that happened for us to like, y'all thought y'all was going to play with us? You thought I was feeling you? No, like, you thought we was gonna play with y'all? Like, we not playing with, and when I say y'all, I mean like, we are not letting anything get in the way of us fulfilling what God has called us to. And God has called us to confidence. God has called us to peace. God has called us to security. We are not double thinkers. We're not anxious. We're not fearful. We don't contemplate. Like, we know who we are. And I believe we fight for that. And I believe we're an example for that. But the beauty of it is that He can make beauty from ashes.
Definitely can.
He can take the graveyard and make something beautiful out of it and revive it and put colors on it. And literally, like, even when you were talking earlier, this might be also where we're different. Like, my emotions for that is really different. Like, I don't, even when I talk about it, I don't get sad. I'm just like, if it wouldn't have happened, I wouldn't have been. I just would not be who I am to you. I would not be the mother that I am if I wouldn't have went through anything in my past. Like, the way that I love my daughters is because there was trauma for me in nurturing. There was, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's all a part of the story, and so the beauty of it is all of it for me.
Real talk,
literally,
really, it had to happen. Like, the things that make us who we are. It had to happen. So sometimes when I look back at things and I look at maybe some things that were said wrong by a leader or whatever the case may be, I'm like, you know what? You played your part. You know what I'm saying? And plus, I don't know, sitting in your seat, it's a little bit different too. So if I'm sitting in your seat, I might have seen your view a little bit better too. So I have grace. So I have grace over that, and just knowing, it's a lot to it. And so to be on this side has been amazing. And we still have our hiccups, our issues. Everyone, we definitely have, but not like it was. It's just been
mature.
Yeah,
it's like we're stepping into the mature love.
Yeah, really.
You know how I feel like that's how I'm gonna shout them out. Pastor, it was not Pastor, but Tellis and his wife, Sharice.
Oh yeah,
I feel like they
Bowdens, shout out to them.
Yeah, Bowden. Yes. I feel like they have that mature.
Tellis and Sharice, yes.
Like, in certain couples you get around, like, y'all don't argue that much. Like, we went through that. We know each other. Like, I feel like not that we're fully there, but I feel like we're stepping into it. Like, it's just less we argue about. Like, even when I got home, like, y'all was tired before I recorded this video. I was at the studio. Like, I did a whole bunch today. Namdi was definitely getting on my nerves. And then he just made me laugh. I don't know what it was. Like,
you think I took the covers off of you?
Yeah, he snatched the cover off because I was trying to go to sleep.
Yeah.
And he's like, no, you don't want it bad enough.
I told her, no, listen, hey, we gotta, consistency is the only cheat code. We gotta make sure that we do this, man. Because
I was so tired.
Somebody need to hear this that's left astray. Somebody who's been cast out, who that nobody cares about, who said, oh, he messing up again or whatever. Somebody need to hear it. So I'm glad that we, I just, God put it in me today. One day it might be you.
For sure.
But to me tonight.
Because I was tired.
To have us push through. So yeah.
Yeah. So
it's so beautiful to do this.
I love you so much. And I'm just so grateful for
so much
to have a partner through that. Because I mean, it's so crazy. Remember we was in this when we were at what was it? Was it now? Or was it, I don't know, when you were like, oh, babe, we don't have friends. You're my best friend.
Yeah. We had kind of cleared the slate.
Yeah, we cleaned it out. We wiped everybody out. We like, look, if y'all can't honor us for where we going and what we're about to do, if y'all still talking to us like old TK and Namdi, you can't be around. Like, you gotta see where we're going if you're gonna be attached. And so I also have to say, we are surrounded right now. Like, the Lord has blessed you with men of God.
Yes, thank God.
The Lord has blessed me with women and marriages and couples. Yes. Like, the Lord has really just y'all. When we moved to Atlanta, it was just like
so whole, and that's when you knew that it was
crazy.
God's work. Once we got here, everything just started coming in alignment.
Yes.
We how most people move to Atlanta for the hype and this, and they trying to just really be out there. Yeah. That ain't what we were about. God knew our hearts in this move, and
He's been faithful.
It's been so in it's been such a beautiful move. Yep. That's what I'll leave it at. So yeah.
Amen.
So overall, listen, I pray that you enjoyed our love story here. Not perfect, none of those things, but God's been so amazing and his grace is so sufficient. And I pray that you got something out of it, whether you're single, you're married, or whatever the case may be. I pray you got something from it. So again, this concludes another episode. Before we do, though, baby, you want to tell them what they need to do? What they need to
like, kind of.
Yeah.
So if you enjoyed this, episode, we're definitely gonna chop this down. For sure, so y'all can get in good bite sizes. But listen, we need y'all to like, we need y'all to comment, we need y'all to subscribe, we need you to hit the notification bell. Like, be tapped in, comment with us in the live chat when you're watching the premiere. Like, vibe with us, follow us on Instagram. Yes. Please follow us on all social media, and then also don't forget to actually listen to us on all the
digital platforms. You can find us. Anything that you listen to podcasts on, maybe you like, man, I'm in my car. This is a pretty long segment, but I want to get all of it. Go ahead and pop us in on that Spotify or that on that Apple Podcast. We're on that right now. We're coming through your speakers right now.
Period.
So go ahead and listen to us. And I like listening to my podcasting segment. So I like listening to some of it one day, and I'll end it.
If it's good, sometimes I'm in
it. So I pray this was good enough, man.
Yes,
this
y'all let us know. Yes, y'all let us know how y'all enjoyed this.
Hey, thank you for making it to the end of this video. If you could do us a huge favor, please hit that like button and please subscribe.
Yes, and please do not forget to hit that notification bell. We need y'all to be locked in every single time we drop this fire content. Yeah. Also, we need y'all to follow us on all social media platforms at the Ewaybos. And look, we will see y'all on the next video.
Holla.